tub. We're going to keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, for Pete's sake, Peter Orszag apparently thinks summer is such a drag for our kids. They're getting fatter and dumber when he says they should be in school so they could stay leaner and smarter. Not that the president's former top budget guy was great with numbers himself, but does he have any idea the numbers and dollars behind going to a longer school year now? Economic analyst Hadley Heath says at least Orszag would be consistent, throwing good money after bad. I couldn't believe this one. There are a lot of schools that have all-round schools in the country, but he's talking about doing like a South Korea thing, essentially making it full-time. Very expensive, Hadley.
Sure, it's expensive, but, you know, it may not be what's best for every kid. I think Orszag acknowledges that this backsliding he suggests happens to students during the summer. It happens differently for different kids. So the solution then is not a one-size-fits-all policy that forces every kid to give up that summer break. In fact, we should note that summer provides very important learning opportunities for some kids outside of the classroom. It's time for family bonding, time to spend time with friends or grow self-confidence or creativity. A lot of these things that aren't measured by our very narrow definition of learning.
Now, I know what he's trying to address. I know where his heart is, and I know he's saying, look, we're slipping further and further behind. And I know a lot of these Asian countries where they do go to school, you know, constantly, and they're studying like physics in the third grader. I don't even know what they're doing, but they're little geniuses. Fine. But is going to school around the clock the answer, or do we need just better, smarter, more efficient teachers?
You know, it would be great if we had more efficient teachers, and there are some great teachers out there, but the solution to this problem, the brain drain during the summertime, is to give more parents more choice in where their kids go to school. You know, if we had more innovation in the education system, we wouldn't even have this debate about how many hours kids should sit in the classroom or how many months out of the year they should go to school. Parents could choose the school that was right for their child, what kind of learning style fits their child best. Some kids would be better served by a year-round school year. That's undeniable. But parents should be in charge of making that decision, not the government.
Well, they've proven in test scores with charter schools and the like, and even in inner cities where they're available, the test scores are off the charts compared to their traditional school peers. So I thought of that too. Like that's a first start before we blow up everything. But we're not going to do that, are we? We're just going, the goal here, you know, spend more money, go to school, a longer version of the nonsense that a lot of kids are subjected to now in a lot of school systems, clearly not all, but a lot of them, that have produced the scores we're seeing, is not the answer.
You know, it's absolutely not. We see what's going on is an over-standardization of education in our country. I'm sure there are a lot of teachers out there who are frustrated that they don't have enough autonomy over their own curriculum, over what they teach, how they teach it to their individual students, who they know better than anyone. This is a local problem, and the people most close to the problem, of course, are the ones who know best how to solve it. So when Washington thinks they should get involved in every school district across the country and makes the assumption that every child will learn the same way, learn the same things, and come out magically understanding and having these great skills.
And thinner. I liked how it was like a center line, and it's a dessert topping. The added benefit is they're thinner, I guess.
Sure, this is just more of the nanny state. You know, the government is concerned that some parents aren't doing a good enough job, and they believe the answer is for the government to become our nanny, for the government to tell us what we can and can't eat, what kids should be eating at school. But the fact of the matter is, at some point, we have to let parents be parents, and we have to put those decisions back in the hands of individuals so they can assume some responsibility and have more choices and more freedom, ultimately.
Hadley, great seeing you again. Be well.
Thank you.
Hadley Heath. All right, well, did you hear the one